I know you saw the title and the thumbnail, and you're probably thinking,
Odetta, this is a scam.
if you thought that, rock stars, don't worry, because you're not alone. Until I did the research, I was certain that this wasn't legit as well, but I have to concede, because what I learned confirms that we don't necessarily have to be creators to cash in on content. Let's explore these 7 ways, and some of them include websites that you can get paid up to $250 per hour for reading Amazon KDP book or iTunes book, or even books that you already have in your home. Hello money makers, welcome back to the Rockstar Academy, where our objective is to change lives by changing mindset. Rockstars, thanks for your loyalty, for always coming back, for commenting, for sharing, for watching, and Patreon subscribers and club members, big up on a good clean self, as we would say in Jamaica. Now with this list of 7 ways to make good money reading, I'm gonna start with the obvious ones, and then I'm gonna build up to the more unusual ones. Now the first option that you can use to make money reading is to narrate books. And Rockstars, there's gonna be several website links throughout these different options. I'm gonna pop them on my Patreon, and I'll put the link below in the description where you can access Patreon and get those clickable links. If you're not subscribed, don't worry, because I'm gonna pop up the actual web pages here so you can see the name clearly and do a quick Google search. Back to narrating books. You can actually make good money reading books. And this, of course, is reading books aloud. Now, audiobooks have become increasingly popular, and of course, with increased demand in people who are listening to their books, there's going to be an increased demand in people who actually read books. The best compliment I have ever gotten pertaining to self-respect came from an accomplished, handsome married man who tried to make me his mistress. While there are good AI tools out there that can be used as voiceover, there's still nothing better than the human voice. And this is exactly why you can get paid to read books on platforms like Audible. To get started, you'll need to make some audio samples, ensure that you're doing it in a quiet room, ensure that your voice is crisp and at its best when you're recording, and then you upload your voice to these 2 websites I'm about to tell you about, and from there you come up with a rate to read books. You can either earn with a royalty share, or you can get paid per finished hour that you complete when you read someone's book. The rates on ACX are typically around $250 per PFH, which is per finished hour or more. Another website, and this one I actually use, is Findaway Voices, and they have a similar program as Amazon's ACX or Amazon's Audible program, and the rates are also pretty similar to ACX. So get your recording going and start making money, as long as you have a voice that people actually want to listen to. Because if you don't fool yourself. Let's explore some other options on the list, if that's the case. The second method that you can use to make money reading is to become an editor. And hold on, before you say,
Oh, I don't know enough English, or my grammar isn't good enough to be an editor.
Let me stop you there, because with AI tools out there, anybody can be an editor. You just have to have enough common sense to see something come together, and also you have to hope that the author of the book does not discover the AI tools that you're gonna use and charge them to do the work. Now, when I was editing my book, No Regrets, Just Lessons, I paid $2,500 just to edit it. Both my editor and my proofreader, they did an amazing job because they're literary geniuses. So I'm not gonna take anything away from them, but they're both qualified from an educational perspective to do this. So you know what, rock stars? With ChatGPT ChatGPT, I decided to test my editing skills. So I went back to the raw manual that I had when I first drafted my book, which is all over the place. Spelling off, grammar off, and I took a page of that and I plugged it into ChatGPT and I said, edit this for me, ChatGPT. And Rockstars, the results are mind-blowing. Not to take anything away from the editors and the proofreaders that worked on my book, but if I had it to do all over again, I would never spend that $2,500. But you know what the amazing thing is? Most people aren't aware of tools like ChatGPT, and you can charge money to edit and proofread books without being formally educated to do so. You can edit either as a career or as a freelancer, or you can do it as a side hustle. If you're doing it full time, you're gonna need the credentials to get one of those fancy jobs with a publishing house. But as a freelancer, doing it as a side hustle, you can go onto platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, create a profile and put something there that was raw and how you edited it to show your capabilities. Nobody's gonna know you used AI. Now, the third way that you can make money reading is to become a literary agent. And this one is more of a career option, but you can also do it as a side hustle, and I'll explain how later on. Do you know how many people out there, rock stars, are writing books, but the books just aren't good enough? You can actually advertise a service where you take their book, they obviously pay you to do this, and make it into something that's worth buying. Behind every single one of your favorite books that was published by a publisher is a literary agent who believed in you long before you believed in yourself as an author. Now, while AI can help you to be a literary agent, you're actually gonna need to be a little bit creative, and definitely you're gonna need to have an eye for something that's inferior and then the know-how to turn it into something exceptional. So this is not for everyone, but you know what? It's still a great way to make money reading books. Typically, a literary agent will charge anywhere from 15 to 25% in commission of the sales of your book. Now, to me, this is a good thing because it means that they believe in your book and they'll only make money if you make money. So if you are a literary agent who works based on commission, you'll get a lot more business because basically people will not have to pay unless what it is that you're helping them to do is successful, which is publishing a good book. That said, you can also do it as a freelancer and charge a fixed amount. An experienced agent, as an example, with a few successful deals, and these deals would be with a few established authors, they can earn anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 per year or more. Then there is a beginner agent, somebody who is freelancing. That's going to be about $20,000 to $30,000 per year. And obviously it's going to depend on your location and how many jobs you're doing. And then there's a star agent who will represent best-selling authors and can earn as much as a 7-figure US dollar annual income or annual salary. TCK Publishing, and I'm gonna put this link on Patreon. It gives you a very good guide on how you can get started as a literary agent if you are so inclined. Now, the fourth way that you can make money reading books is to read them and then to translate them. You can read books in English or Spanish or any other language for that matter, and then translate them into another language. Places like FlexJobs, Fiverr, Upwork, BabbleCube, and Ulatos are good areas, or websites I should say, where you can get these kind of jobs. And again, I'm gonna put the links on Patreon. This can be a career or just a gig or a side hustle, depending on how passionate you are about it. Now, another way that you can make money reading books, I alluded to it earlier, is to proofread books. This can be a full-time career, but commonly it's more like a side hustle. And as I shared earlier, you can use AI AI tools like ChatGPT or Spinbot to take something that someone has written in its raw state and give them back something that's grammatically accurate and that is updated. And you know what the great thing about proofreading is? You get the book after the editor has done all the hard work. You are just making it a little bit better and catching anything that the editor didn't. Making it one of the best ways to make money reading books, because by the time you as a proofreader comes on board, the book is typically more polished and ready for publishing. To be a good proofreader, you need a critical eye and an active grammar checker that's in your head at all times, or you can use ChatGPT to check the grammar, or Grammarly, which you can actually install in Microsoft Word, and it will check the document as you're proofreading it, and that's another AI tool. I paid $1,200 to proofread my book after spending $2,500 US to get it edited. So there is good money to be made as a proofreader. Now, the eighth way that you can make money reading books, this for me is the simplest method, and it only includes 3 steps. You first need to read the book, then you need to pen your thoughts, and I'm going to tell you a very easy way to do that. And third, you then submit your thoughts or your review to one of the many platforms that I'm going to share with you below, and that I'm also going to put the links on Patreon for. This method of writing reviews is possibly the fastest way to make at least $200 per book that you review, and you can do so on one of these websites. The first is Ker Media, and this platform is known for its prestigious book reviews, and the reviews tend to be around 350 words and are due 2 weeks after the book is assigned to you. The pay rate for Ker is not as high as some of the others I'm going to tell you about, coming in at about $50 per review. The second website where you can read books and submit reviews and make money is Online Book Club. For the first review, you won't actually earn any money, but they'll send you a book for free. But after your first sample book, you'll be eligible for paid book review opportunities, and you'll be able to earn anywhere from $5 to as much as $60 per book review. This doesn't sound like a lot of money, rock stars, but remember, you're doing something that you love, reading books, or you're using ChatGPT to summarize a book that you have listened to or read some time ago, and then you're submitting it, and you're doing this on the side as a hustle. Publishers Weekly is another website where you can submit reviews and make money. The US Review of Books is another website that hires freelance reviewers to produce book reviews for their publications, and the pay can be negotiated with the editors after you submit the actual review. Book Bros is another website that you can use to submit reviews and make money. You will also get to keep the books that you actually review, and while they don't mention payment on their website, there's a lot of talk out there that this one pays pretty well. Women Review of Books, or WRB, they pay $100 per book review, and these reviews are typically about 2,500 words. Readsy is another platform or website that will pay you for reviewing books, but they do it in a very creative way. Rather than paying you for the review, they actually give you the book and give you an opportunity to earn tips. Basically, you write the review, you post it on their website, and you wait. If a reader loves your review, they can pay you a tip that's $1, $3, or $5. And the great thing is you write that review once and you keep making money off of it as long as other people like it and are willing to tip you. Now, another way that you can make money reading books is to create a paid book club. For this one, you're gonna need a few friends or at least a decent social circle, or you can use your social media following for your book club. Pick a book, create some buzz about it, request a small payment for organizing, and go ahead and set up your book club. Back in the day, I want to say I paid probably $5, not more than $10 though, to be a member of a book club. And once a month we would hang out together, we would talk about the book. Now there was more wine than book conversations, and sometimes the wine made the book conversations a little sketchy. But the point is, if you decide to create a book club and set up membership, and people can become a member, and you can use a platform like Patreon, which is very user friendly, and you can have members from across the globe. You can also post things on that platform about different books in your book club, so you wouldn't need to even create a website from scratch to do this. Now, with a book club and a $10 membership per month cost, with 50 members, you're gonna make about $500 per month. It's not gonna make you rich, but it's certainly gonna pay a few bills for you. And if you appreciate the research that goes into these videos, please go ahead and like the video, and thanks in advance. And remember to become a part of the Rockstar Academy by subscribing. I can't wait to welcome you to our family. Until next time, walk good.